Dearest Sam, you know when you meet someone that feels familiar? You just click in a weird way and seem to be on the same page. I don't have that happen too often in my life, but I met someone a while back that gave me that familiar feeling, similar to the one I had when you and I first met. Her name was Kate. Kate and I's story was short lived. I guess I valued our connection in a different way than she did. To this day, I'm not sure if any of it was real to Kate. It's hard to let go of someone you want in your life, but no, they can't be because they're not ready to be real yet. Sometimes people have to find the passion within themselves first, before they're able to find their passion for other people. I hope Kate will get there eventually, but I doubt I'll ever be part of her journey again. Kate and I's story kept me thinking of one thing: impact. My life in the new city has been pretty unremarkable so far. I wake up, go to work, come back home, eat, sleep, repeat. If I have a little more time or feel particularly energetic on a day, I'll cook myself a nice meal or go play soccer in the park. Yet, as I see people going about their lives every day, as I go through all the practical normal things I have to do in a given day, I am hyper aware of my sphere of impact. Every single person I pass by has a sphere of impact. When I was younger, I used to think that the bigger of a sphere you have, the more positive an impact you have on the world. But as I got older, I realized that the important recognition is that you do have an impact, and that recognition is what allows you to genuinely make a difference, regardless of how big or small the sphere of the people you impact is. This might seem like a lot of pressure initially, but if you really think about it, it's actually kind of liberating. Because this means that really what you're doing is far less important than how you're doing it. If you're aware of the fact that your actions matter, then you'll be able to hone down the kind of impact you want to make in everything you do. Further, and more importantly, it helps you focus on what matters, which is that you do have an impact, instead of continuing to fixate on how big of an impact you have. Because frankly, you'll never be able to measure the sphere of your impact. That was Kate's problem. She had a genuine impact on me, but she underestimated it, ran away from it. It pained me for a long time that what happened between us seemed to have a bigger impact on me than on her, before I realized that I'm getting too caught up in the details. None of that matters. Our impacts on each other will probably never be known by the other person. And that's how impact works most of the time. Truth be told, Sam, it's taken me so long to respond to your last letter because your last letter was so fundamental to where I am. I had to sit with it for as long as I did. There are some things in your life that you experience in such a deep way that the best response to them is silence. When I first received your letter, it left me with an impact that I don't think I can capture in words. You sent me that letter at one of the lowest points in my life. Your words, your wisdom, your vulnerability gave me hope. With the risk of sounding a little dramatic, your letter changed my life. These days, there is a level in which we associate people who have hope with foolishness or naivety, because we often feel hopeless or doomed. And rightfully so. The world can be a scary place. But make no mistake about this. This is by design. The problem with the way we talk about hope is that it implicitly suggests that we are powerless. It strips us from our autonomy, our capability to make an impact. We do this because the systems in power have been in power for so long that we're unable to imagine different ones. But to me, being hopeful doesn't mean twiddling your thumb and not doing anything, then expecting change to happen, or being disappointed that change didn't happen. Being hopeful is giving it a good shot, taking actionable steps that can enact as big or as small of a change as you can, and believing other people are doing the same. This is the most accurate representation of hope for me, the one that runs electricity through my spine like your letter did back then. It's believing in people being able to carry it on and continue to slowly change. Not because we're already doomed, but because we're human, and we are capable of a lot more than just a binary. Having hope can simply be having optimism in the collective impact of people and your ability to be part of that impact. I know that watching the state of the world doesn't necessarily scream hopefulness, and that this is probably just the rambling of a guy in awe of being lost in the midst of a big city. So I don't blame you, dear Sam, for deteriorating into nihilism. But every time I slide into that thinking, I am taken back to the invisible, powerful impact that people like you and Kate have left in my life. We're too complicated, too layered for simple answers. Is it foolish to have hope? To believe that our impact is immeasurable when it's collective? I don't know. But in a world that has someone like you in it, it seems foolish not to be an optimist. Thank you for being a constant reminder of the endless possibilities of being human. Until next time, all my best, dearest friend.